Welcome back to another episode of DB Sports MMA Edition. So we have UFC 308 this weekend, and let's break it down and give my predictions for the fight. So let's start off with the main event: Ilya Poria versus Max Holloway for the 145 pound. What are my thoughts? That's going to be one entertaining fight because you have Ilya Poria, who is a power puncher. He's going to go forward at you, and he's going to try to land some big, heavy bombs to knock you the fuck out. He likes to trap people. You got Max Holloway, who is a volume puncher, who looks like he's getting a little more power now. Give him a little more power now. Who is going to be a longer reach, taller guy, and who will pull volume, and he just has great conditioning. Iron chin. I believe technically it's only Gaethje who dropped him. I think Poirier in that second fight hurt him. Um, but this is going to be a really good fight. Max, we've never really seen his ground game. Ilya Poirier allegedly has really good jiu-jitsu. He just never really shows it. But there's going to be one really good entertaining fight. I do really think it's a 50-50 fight right there. I think Ilya is getting to Max a little bit on his head because you can see Max getting a little emotional, compared to some of his fights. But really good fight. We go down to the co-main event: Hamzat versus Robert Whitaker. Robert Whitaker being one of my favorite fighters. I'm a little biased on him. That's a really good fight. Robert Whitaker being a former champion who defended the belt a couple times. Really good fighter. Great jab. From what I believe, he was a wrestler from Australia. Fast feet, not very hard to hit. It's hard to find the timing. Hard to find his timing. Good fast hands, good power, good kicks. Going against Hamza, who's known as a feared dude, who's a wrestler, really good wrestler. I think he actually has not that bad stand up with his hands. I think he has some good, decent little power. But Hamzat's issue has always been his conditioning. But he's also been sick a lot. He's gotten sick a lot, injured a lot. So it's going to be a really interesting fight at the 185. Hamzat versus Robert. Can Robert survive those first two rounds of Hamzat's craziness and take him to deep waters to where we have never seen Hamzat? We've seen the third round. We've never seen him fourth to fifth to see if that conditioning's got him better, even though they say Hamzat's training has gotten a lot better now. That's a really good fight right there. That I think the winner of this fight should fight Duplessis, the winner or the champion for this, because it's a really entertaining fight. We have Argamayev versus Rakic, which is another really, really good fight. I think if Argamayev wins, he should fight Alex Pereira. Rakic, probably not. I think Rakic still needs one more win. But Argamayev, who's a really, really good wrestler, one of those Dagestan wrestlers, really good wrestler. Rakic, who just overall is really good everywhere. I just don't like that he's only fought once in the last 2-3 years, and he's coming off a loss. But it's a really good, entertaining fight with this one. Give my predictions. We'll start off first with the Rakic versus Arkaev. I think Arkaev he's gonna get the fight win. He's gonna get the win. I think he's just gonna wrestle fuck him, truthfully, against Rakic. Even though I think Rakic is pretty good in the ground game, but I just think he'll stand a little with him, but then end up just taking him down. Truthfully, that's my personal opinion. He'll just end up taking him down, and then wrestle fucking him for 3 rounds. So I got Arkaev on that one. When it gets down to the Robert Whitaker versus Hamzat, that one's hard for me because, like I said, I'm a little biased to Robert Whitaker. I want Robert to win. I would love for him to get a title shot again. But I also know the whole world wants to see Hamzat go for the title and get himself a title shot. So I think I'm just going to go with my heart. I'm going to go with Robert, but would it surprise me that Hamzat wins? It really wouldn't surprise me. But if I had to go, I'm going to go Robert on this one. And then for the championship with Ila versus Max Holloway, I'm going Max. Max Holloway. Max is my guy. Max is one of my favorites. He's probably is my favorite fighter. Um, I just want him to not get close to those ropes, get close to the cage. He needs to stay away from the cage. Constantly move away from the cage. Move, move, move. Don't be near that cage. Get away from it. Don't let him trap you, and then that's when he unloads bombs. Nope. Pump that jab and move. I got Max on that fight. I think it's gonna be a really good fight. Really good card. I know we got Dan Ige versus Liam Murphy. I probably got Dan Ige on that one too, as another one of my predictions. Another thing I wanted to talk about, I just seen Dana White did his little press conference for the Slap League. And they asked him about the Francis Ngannou fight. And he pretty much just shitted on it, especially on PFL. He's always never gonna say anything positive about no other promotion. That doesn't really make much sense for him to do that, so he won't ever do it. Uh, he's gonna continue on with the Francis Duck John Jones. He chose to go make easier money. He would have made more money in the UFC. I've also seen the interviews where he's talked about how John Jones was scared of Francis when they offered it to him. He was pricing himself out. So Dana will say anything that makes Dana and his company look good. I've learned that with Dana. He will say anything to make himself and his company look good and shit on anybody else. Would I love personally to see some John Jones versus Francis? Oh yeah, it'd be a really entertaining fight. Really entertaining fight. But we're not gonna see that, guys. We're gonna continue seeing John Jones shit on him. We'll probably see Francis say a couple little things on Eric Hawani or somewhere, but he's always gonna shit on them. He'll never say anything positive about them, especially since they're competition. And Dana White lives off all that, so don't expect that. But that is my predictions for UFC. Thank you guys.